friends and mimosas. Yeah, it's gonna be bubbly kind of time. Join new friends to relax and unwind. The best food with drinks on the side. Cheers to the good times. It's friends and mimosas.
Playing fiddle, when I was a little boy, they had an old man, Mr. Foreman, that would sit and play on his porch, and I'd pipe and I'd watch him play his fiddle, he'd smoke his pipe, play his fiddle, and I'd sit and listen to him, boy, he could play pretty good. And he'd ask me all the time to teach me, and I was too embarrassed, you know. Oh no, not today, you know. I'd run and go play with my friends, whatever. And he'd tell me all the time, they're gonna take you all over the world, put you in some nice hotel. I'm telling you, you gotta learn that. And I was looking at him, we were very poor growing up. And he lived next to me. So I'm like, Mom, ain't gonna stay all over the world in a nice hotel. So to me, he was just kind of full of shit, you know. But he was very good at playing. Well, when I got older, I got in high school, like the internet came out, all this. So one of the first things I was doing was sitting looking up French music. You know, you could like look at this stuff on the computer. And I was pulling up some pages of the old days with Aldous Roger and all this playing some music. Aldous Roger was a very well-known Cajun accordion player. King of the Cajun accordion in his day, you know. And sure enough, who's there playing fiddle? Well, I didn't realize that's what playing Aldous Roger. So turn on, he'd been going all over the days in my hotel. So anyhow, I had made up my mind. I was like, all right, I'm ready to learn. So he said, go and buy your little fiddle, come back and teach you. So I saved up my money until I had like $80 and the crappiest little plastic fiddle you could ever buy. And by the time I did that, then he got sick. Within 2 weeks, he was dead. So I never took a lesson number one with it. So I stayed in my house. I played with it a little bit to try and learn. But then I was living on my own. I moved out really young. And I was living in a rinky-dink little place. And somebody came and stole a bunch of my stuff. And my fiddle was one of the things I stole, so then I didn't play it. When my grandmother was dying, the one that I grew up a lot with, I would sing French songs to her in bed, you know, because that would make her feel bad. Because it was her and I every Saturday morning, we'd sit and listen to music and dance.
So she inspired you?
Oh yeah, so I said, I gotta learn. So I went and bought me another one. And I sat at the house, 5 years old, I played with it. I played 2-3 little terrible songs, horribly. But then I went with Mitch Reed, and I learned a lot of songs from Mitch Reed. And that changed everything. After that, then I started just going to the jams and sitting with people and playing music.
Wow. That's awesome. It's a sad story, though. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's what old people do, they die. I don't know if y'all know.
2 weeks after you bought your fiddle. How sad.
Oh, yeah. And he'd asked me for years to teach me. But you know, Mitch Reed, that I learned with, I learned a lot of songs with Mitch. And Mitch told me, Mitch is one of like the best storytellers. He knows all the old people's stories. And because he's like a virtuosic fiddle player. You understand? He's fantastic.
Okay.
And he told me, he said, you know, it's actually good you didn't go sit with Mr. Foreman.
Why?
I said, why you say that? He said, you wouldn't be playing the fiddle today. I said, why? He said, because I knew how Mr. Foreman was. He said, one time when Mitch was, a little 14, 15, whatever, he was playing cello.
Okay.
And he decided he wanted to learn how to play. So he went to sit with him and he said, Mr. Foreman, I'd like to learn how to play the fiddle. He said, all right. And so he picked up his fiddle and said, now do that. And Mitch looked at him and said, like that. Just do it. He's like, no, listen. Mitch looked at him and said, you ain't got it. If you can't hear it, you ain't got it. That's not the instrument for you.
No.
So he said, like, that was his thing. Like, you couldn't just do it off the bat. So it was like, oh yeah, you would not.
Would you have been able to do that?
Oh no.
No?
Oh, I could never be half the fiddle player Mitch is.
Oh.
Oh no, that man that's a talent.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You look just be good. I know.
So, point is, I'd have probably been like, oh hell with this. I'd have gone, yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Did you know you can sing? Always?
I don't know, we grew up singing in our house. My mom was a singer, they had a band with my uncle and them, they sang.
That went on a lot.
My grandma, oh yeah, my grandma sang, my grandpa sang, my great grandma sang.
But you can sing, you know, like you have a voice.
Now, compared to my mom and them, I can't sing at all. Oh, no, yeah, no.
They sing really well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, my mom
Does she
doesn't
ever
sing.
perform with you?
Oh, no. My mom would tell you I can't sing no more. Too old for that. My voice can't do what it used to do. And she still sings like a bird, you know? But no, my mom had a very, very good voice. She sounds exactly like Patsy Cline.
Really?
Yeah, like her tone, her pitch and stuff. But you can tell that's what she modeled it after as a little girl. But the first time, there's a true story. One time, I don't know how old I was a little kid, but I can remember that clear as day. Patsy Cline came on the radio. I don't remember what song, Walking After Midnight or something. And I heard that, and I took off running as fast as I could. Because I was hollering, Mama, you on the radio.
Sweet.
And you know your mama's own voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
you know the sound of your parents' voice. I firmly believed that was my mom. And it was like, no, that's not your mama. My mama came in laughing like, that's Patsy Cline. But they sound the exact same.
Okay.
You know, they have the same.
I thought he was going to say she went with it and said, yeah.
Oh, no. No, she laughed at me. She was probably like, oh, you an idiot. What you talking about? But no, my mama, yeah, they sing very well.
Yeah.
But she's got like perfect pitch. She can, anytime she listens to music, she just does this.
Like, painful, huh?
She goes to any kind of show, anybody. She'll be like, oh yeah. Somebody hits a note that's this far off. It's like nails on a chalkboard, you know?
So you never had to take any classes for your vocals?
Oh no.
Your mom helped you with that? No?
No? You just,
My
it's,
mama said you can't sing. I had one sister that she said, well, maybe you can sing. But then the rest of it was all.
You showed her, right? Oh, she
you
still
can
says
sing. You can sing.
I don't know. I had access to some girl when I was I don't know. She thinks my show.
Okay.
She likes my shows. I don't know if she think I can sing.
I bet she says.
I don't know.
Yeah. When did you start your band?
This band, I started this in 2000. Either 17 or 18, I guess.
Okay.
I guess end of 17, beginning of 18. But it wasn't intentional. It just, I kind of accidentally made a band.
What do you mean?
Well, I had, so my voice used to be very different. I used to have a lot more range and it wasn't all torn up. But I had some cancer when I was young in my throat. Yeah, so in one of them surgeries, it kind of either nicked my vocal cord or something. I don't know. I woke up after my last surgery, my voice, well, I had to wait weeks before I could talk. But then when I talked, my voice came out completely different. Like people that I would known for years and years and years, we were playing tricks on them, I'd call them and stuff. And like all kind of information about you, you know, I went to my sister's office and she couldn't recognize us. We were calling and we were calling and ranking. So I had a bunch of random songs I had written. And I was like, I would like to record these because my last surgery was supposed to have a laryngectomy, a partial laryngectomy. Take out half my vocal cord. Then I told the doctor, I said, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sound like a woman if I only got one vocal cord. He said, oh no, more like Kermit the Frog. I said, ooh, all right. Oh yeah. So I was like, all right. So, but then ended up not doing that, but just in case, I called my buddies, a couple of friends of mine, like Cedric, and I said, hey, I've got these songs, I'd like to record them, just in case that would ever come back, I gotta cut my voice out, whatever. My children would at least have some recordings that they could say, okay, this is what my daddy used to sound like, you know? So I was like, oh yeah, that's great. So I got some random buddies together, just partners out, hanging out with and stuff, and play music and that. And I called up Joel Savoy, and I was like, hey, I'd like to record, you know, this and that, put some studio time. And we got in there and started, like the guys didn't even know the songs. Like they've never heard them in their lives because they're just in my head. So we're like, which is not how you normally make a record, you know, like everybody learns it real tight when you go to the studio. We got in the studio and I was like, all right, this is how the song goes. And I'd play it and money in the camera. All right, your part's gonna sound like this. You know, your part's gonna sound. They're like, all right. So it all kind of played. And I was like, yeah, it is, but let's change this a little bit. And we changed that a little bit. And Joel would chime in. Y'all should probably, okay, we do that. All right, record it. And we do this. So after a handful of songs, Joel said, he said, man, you wrote all these songs? I said, yeah. He said, I'd like to play on this record. And I was like, that's a big deal, man, because Joel's a big deal, you know? And I was like, that'd be great. Wow. So my buddy that was playing guitar was like, hell yeah, let him play, you know? Because I was just sitting and have some drinks. So he ended up playing, so like on that first record, you can see there's like 10 different people that played the instrumentation because it was just friends like doing whatever. Wow. And so anyway, we put those together just to put them. Well, when it was done, Joe was like, we gotta put this album out, you know? Because I was just doing it for the house, and I was like, hey, he was like, yeah, just put it out just to see. And we did, and it did well. And I don't know, started booking a lot of shows and all kind of stuff, like people calling for us to go play wherever. And then from there, it was like, all right, well, I guess we got a band. So then we started playing music.
So very old school recording.
That first one, yeah, especially, that one's very old school.
Yeah.
I mean, everything in a way is very old school, but at the same time, it's also like progressive in a sense that it sounds different, it sounds new because it's ways to doing some stuff. The thing that is important to me is to continue with the old people was doing in terms of it wasn't about selling something. It wasn't about commercialism. It wasn't about exploiting your culture. It wasn't about this, that, and the other. And it wasn't about preserving tradition. It was just, this is the music that we play because it's what we know. And these are stories about my life. This is real, honest music. I'm not writing a song to be cute. I'm not writing a song to, oh, look, we got cypress trees in the bayou and some chaunchy bullshit that it's like, we don't have to do that. What's your real life? What you did today? What you did today? Write a song about that. Be honest with people, you know? So that's what's important to me, you know? Because when you listen to those songs, a lot of them are so simple, so basic in their phrasing and stuff like this. But you can hear the honesty in it. You can hear it. Yeah. This man wrote this song because he felt that, he lived that. Right. And that's what's important to me.
You can definitely feel your passion in your songs.
Well, it's on songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I'm singing being mad at a woman, that woman can be mad, you know? Or whatever, you know? Like,
twist, right?
Yeah. Because that's important, you know? Like, people don't want you to sit and bullshit out. That's not interesting. Anybody can do that. You know what I mean? Like, people want to know what's on it, what's real. That's important to them. Like, even if it's just something simple, you know. Got up and worked all day and fed my horses and it was hot. Whatever, like, whatever. That's the truth. That's my real thing. Yeah.
Songs you recorded that day when your band was created, that was before your surgery, correct?
Oh, no, that was years after.
After.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why were you worried about?
Just in case. You never know. You ever had cancer?
No, that's what I was.
You ever knew anybody that had cancer? Ask them if they ever think, I wonder if that's gonna come back.
Do you have to worry? I mean, no prognosis or anything.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, you never know. You know what I mean? They can say what they want, but at the end of the day, you don't know.
How did you find that?
Oh, well, my voice started getting more and more hoarse. And got real raspy. And then it got to the point where I couldn't hardly talk at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, like I couldn't talk. Like,
Oh, wow.
push it.
Oh, wow.
So where
It's
was
like pushing
it?
it. It was right against my vocal cord. Like that. Oh no, it didn't hurt. But then it got to I couldn't breathe real good. And we went duck hunt one morning. It was outside of Eunice. And I shot a duck. Well, already getting to the blonde had me winded. I was like, that's weird. But then we got out, I shot a duck, and I went and get it in the rice field. So now I'm already walking, just a little bit of walking. And by the time I got back to the limit, like, I collapsed, I passed out. And I was laying there, and like, no matter how hard you try and breathe, like it just don't come. The best way I can explain it to people, take a straw, okay? Like just a straw. No. Take a regular straw from a fast food cup, a straw.
Okay.
Just put that in your mouth. Don't use your nose. Just breathe through that straw. And I know this sounds crazy, guys. At first you're thinking like, okay, that's not hard. Stay doing that. Watch when you gotta get to about minute number 2. Okay? When you go first do it, you'll be like, well, yeah, this is easy. Let it keep going. And you don't realize how much less oxygen is coming through because it's a restricted airspace. And then you gotta get it to pass that to be able to get it back. And after a while, try to do this. I'm not doing it. Try it. You let your house, whatever. And after a few minutes, you're probably gonna start to kind of panic a little bit. Because you want it and don't want to work. So it's like that. It was the best I could explain it. So that day I said, well, I guess I gotta go to the doctor. So then I went to the doctor and I had a mask. It was blocking 80%, a little over 80% of my airway. So like your throat's like this and it's like this, you know? And he said, oh, we gotta do surgery. Oh no, you know, this and that. And I said, well, it was like, so this is the busiest time of year for me with my business. I said, so we're gonna have to wait. And he said, no, you know, you need to do this right now. I said, yeah. And he told me it was ridiculous and all that. So then I left. And I worked until, I don't know, right at the beginning of the year, first week of January, and I waited back and said, okay, I'm not doing too good. And he lined it up. But then, I mean, I was young. I was like 19. I was broke. I didn't have that. And so he said, oh no, we're gonna have to get you. So I was like broke, you know, because my first little company, I just got it. I was trying to get things going. And so he said, well, they got one of the top laryngologists in the country. He's right there in Baton Rouge, you know, John Hopkins grad, this and that. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Except I can't pay for it. That's unrealistic. You know, like, never gonna happen. I was at the free hospital, you know? And he said, oh no, we gotta take care of this. And I said, dude, I appreciate it, but I can't afford it. I don't have the money, you know? He said, you Catholic? He said, like, really Catholic? Like, you're a parishioner? I said, yeah. He said, well, it's okay, then you good. He said, the nuns will take care of you. I said, you sick? So sure enough, I went over there, and the nuns took care of my food.
Wow. That's amazing. That's good.
Oh, yeah. The best? Like, the best you can get?
Wow. That is a blessing.
Oh,
Did they check you for it?
I hadn't been in a long time.
But they do recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after my last, so at the end, like we didn't actually succeed or cure anything. Like it was all just the good Lord. Because I went and I kept I'd have a surgery. And the way it works is you gotta have a negative resection, right? Like you're trying to get rid of this cheesecake. You don't want to cut the cheesecake. You want to cut past the cheesecake. You understand?
Right.
Get some good plating. Right. Well, didn't get any more. So we'd have another surgery. Oh, didn't get any more. So finally, I went, and it was a wonderful office. They passed the scope, and he had his TV to watch, but we had a big TV to watch, so I could see what's going on the whole time. And you didn't need a medical degree to understand that a throat is a tube. Vocal cords is like this. Yes. You see something more than that, that's not good, you know? And we go, and every time, boy, keep coming back and keep growing and all this. And we went, that last time he said, he said, to be safe, I think we should do a partial laryngectomy. You know, so now I was like, whatever. The frog, like this. I said, well, I'd rather not do that. He said, well, it's better than being dead. I said, well, you're right. So we scheduled that. He said, come back next Tuesday, whatever, we'll do blood work, and then we'll do surgery on Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. So I went to Tuesday and sat down. And he went over everything with me. Because the difference was this time they were coming from the outside. All my other surgeries they went in.
Right.
This time they were coming from the outside. So he finished all my stuff, did my blood work, whatever. He's like, all right, see you tomorrow, whatever. I'm sitting there with my ex-wife. And he walks out. And like 5 seconds later, he walks back in and goes, you know what? He said, just since I'm coming from the outside tomorrow, he said, let me put a fresh pair of eyes on it. That way I'm not doing anything more than I have to do. I said, all right. So he passed that scope, and when he put that scope, we looking at the TV, and as soon as he got right there, I kind of looked over at my wife. She looked at the TV, and she just crying.
It was gone.
Clear as day.
Oh.
So he stopped, he looked at me and said, you trying to put a wrench in thing, bro? I said, I don't know. He said, what you did? I said, I don't know, prayed a lot. That most people I played for.
Outside of
$25, $30.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, a lot.
But the energy here is much better than.
Oh, I'd rather be in a honky tonk right down the road where you can fit like 130 people. That's like,
Feel the energy.
oh yeah,
Feels like.
oh yeah, the whole room is moving.
Yeah. A strength that helps you, play good music.
I'm honest, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, passion. I mean, the way I see it, you have a lot of passion.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Do you have any weaknesses?
Oh, probably a lot. Pretty women for sure. Number one, first and foremost. Weakness number one.
No, were you talking about music? Or-
It goes hand in hand. I don't know if you know much about a musician's life.
No. Tell us about a musician's life.
Well, I don't know, but you're bound to cross at least one or two pretty women. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't read music. I don't know notes. I don't know any of that kind of stuff.
Have you heard of Mad
You just add in words, like a noun, an adjective, a verb, whatever. The story's already there, and you just add in some words. A bunch of foolishness. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then he's gonna read it in Cajun. Okay, a noun.
A noun, Jourdan.
Jourdan. That's why I let you do it.
What's that, Jourdan? D-I-N, yeah.
Okay, I put an A. Everything has an A.
Verb ending in ing.
A verb ending in ing. Trying to make it fun.
Washing. A noun. Another noun.
Who's gonna read it when it's finished?
You have to read it in Cajun. Part of the body. Be nice. I would.
You ain't nice?
She wouldn't.
Fess.
What is that?
F-E-S-S-E.
Oh gosh.
What is that?
She built.
I was about to say.
I didn't know what it was.
It's a beauty. Okay.
Adjective.
Pretty. Do we say table already?
You said chair.
Oh,
Is
okay.
this a table?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
On est connaisseur, hôtelier, tu apprécies un goût bien, divin. C'est comme vous appelez laver, d'art. Premier, tu dois élever ta barre et examiner la couleur. Si la couleur te rappelle une chaise, si la vin est... Oh man, c'est difficile à dire. Si la vin est clair ou vite, alors c'est bodied. Whatever. Et ça, mets ta fesse dans la barre.
Something's
Et si
funny.
ça sent joli, ou si ça sent plus dur, peut-être tu peux voir un petit brin de maison, peut-être tu peux sentir des roches. Après tu as fait ça, tu peux prendre une petite bouteille doucement. Fais attention que tu ne passes ces petits temps avant de gorger. Est-ce que c'est la bouche que tu as piqué? Le vin est chaud ou sec? Félicitations. Parce que tu peux... It's very hard to say because it don't make sense. Parce que tu peux... tes mains vont être impressionnées la prochaine fois que tu vas aller au brunch. N'oublie pas d'élever ta verre le trinquets au top. C'est ça. As any connoisseur would tell you, appreciating a Buddha of wine is like washing a fine airport. First, you must hold up your glass to examine the color. Does the shade remind you of a chain? Is the wine light or fast bodied? Next, put your face into the glass and sniff. Is the aroma brittle or is it stiff? You might detect a hint of house. You might even smell rocks. Once you've done this, you should slowly take a sip. Make sure you swish it around your tits before swallowing. Is that mouth you taste? Is the wine hot and dry? Congratulations. You can unpress your hands the next time you attend brunch. And don't forget to raise your glass and give the classic toast to your table.
That was so cool. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great grandchildren?
The past.
The past.
I think I would say past.
Yeah.
I think every day the future is more aggravating, you know?
Yes.
I hadn't been impressed this far.
Would you rather listen to music from the 70s or music from today?
So,
Definitely 70s. Definitely 70s.
Yeah, me too.
oh yeah.
Would you rather spend the night in an aquarium or a botanical garden?
From that aquarium. Like to sleep? Oh, aquarium. Lower your blood pressure.
What are y'all?
True, man. Fish are very
I like
good.
the fish
Very
over
calm.
gardens.
Very calm.
Yeah.
Very serene.
Fish over gardens.
Be embarrassed or be afraid?
Would I rather? Not really a lot of either one.
You don't get embarrassed?
Not really.
No?
Not really. I don't know.
Has anything ever happened on stage where you're like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, I forgot the words, or
No, I mean, it happens, but I mean, like, a person, whatever. Like, you expect me to be
You don't
perfect,
get
you expect me to be embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a
but
person. But I don't know, I don't care too much.
about being afraid either?
Yeah, I don't
Are you
know.
afraid of ghosts?
No.
Do you believe
We
in
got,
ghosts?
oh yeah, we got a goose in our house. But I'm
We were
real.
just talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've
My
all.
little girl talks to all the time. Out of the two, I don't know. Yes.
What would y'all rather?
I'd rather be embarrassed than afraid.
I'd rather be afraid than embarrassed.
Why?
I don't know.
That's scary.
I don't
wanna fix
care
your
about being
fears?
I guess I
scared.
would
I'd rather
be
embarrassed.
afraid.
I'd rather
Face my fears.
No, I'd rather be embarrassed
If I had to
than
pick one, I
face
guess
a
I'd pick
fear.
afraid. But
Yeah, I'd rather be afraid too.
I'd rather be embarrassed than afraid.
Well, then you will learn to face your fear if you become.
But that's what I'm saying. I'd rather not be afraid. I don't want to be afraid.
So you'll never have to face your fears.
Have you ever been really afraid
Well, obviously.
and you don't like it?
No, I don't like it. That's why I chose embarrassed over.
I don't like being embarrassed.
No. I'd rather, so much rather be embarrassed than afraid. Then maybe you haven't been truly afraid.
Oh, I've been afraid.
maybe you hadn't been truly embarrassed.
I don't know about
Would
that.
you rather pet a cute puppy for an hour or a cute kitten for an
For
hour?
long?
For an hour.
I really don't have to finish for an hour. That's a long time.
You have to pick one. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Well, I think a dog is a tool.
A tool.
Yeah. You know, I give it to work my animals or to get done, so
Oh.
do a job. Cats don't really serve a real purpose for me. I understand the need for it. We do have a cat and a dog at my house.
Own it if you.
Cats are good, like if it's, you know, like getting like a barn cat, you know, keep the mice out and all that, yeah. But I do have a cat in my house. My wife came with a cat, so I have a cat. And I go lay down for a nap, it comes lay on this one. I don't know, I guess I'd pick I'm just petting it. I don't have to own it.
No, I don't have to own it.
You have to pet it for an hour.
Well, a cat's gonna be clean. You know, you're not gonna be all oily. You're not gonna stink.
A cat?
Yeah. Dogs will get oily and make your hands stink.
Really?
Yeah.
Dogs giggled up.
Yeah. So it just depends, you know.
Yeah.
But if all you do it, I'm not gonna own it. You're just gonna sit right here and have this. And you just gotta pet it. I think I like pick a cat because it's not gonna be gross.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
So we're giving you 3 wishes. What are your 3 wishes?
that my children grow up and live happy lives. Good, happy lives. That's all I care. That our culture and our language and our last move our long shot. No, it's the last one. American society as a whole is so being shaped and ridiculous in general. That'll probably be my wishes.
Wow. 3 great wishes. Hope you get them. Cheers. Cheers to new friends.
The new friend.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Friends and mimosas, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, comment and share just to show that you care. Friends and mimosas.